Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers, a Facebook group and YouTube channel. And today we are doing part 2 of our two-part series, This Ephemera. Now, when we first started out, we had done all these pages and or all these papers. You know what? It's been 2 weeks and now I can't remember. There's pages and there's paper, both. And we put together our 2 signatures. Now, what we ended up with was pages of ephemera, and now that I've cut it out, I have piles, literally piles of ephemera. I left this envelope undone real quick to show you, just in case you've not done one before. Plus, I have a new product to tell you about. So we're going to set those aside for just a minute, not very long. Now on this envelope, I've already made these. I put them together, and before I put them together, while they're flat, I stenciled in there. Okay, so we've got a little one in the blue and a little one in the pink, medium blue, medium pink, large blue, and we're working on the large pink. Let's put that pile to the side for just 1 second. Okay, so you've used your scoreboard and you've marked. Do you see where these lines are? If it's easier on this particular kit, it might be to follow these lines around. And then you're going to fold them. These are going to be the sides of your envelope. Okay, the flat one, believe me, I learned this the hard way by having an upside down envelope. The flat one is the bottom, and by flat one I mean flat. And I know it seems obvious that the point should be the top, but if you've ever glued anything backwards, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to glue this together, and you just run a little bit of bead, a little bit of bead. A little bitty bead of glue down these sides. Now you don't want to do it on the paper, the one that I'm holding, because this goes up farther. So you're going to end up with glue where you don't need it or want it. You're going to end up gluing your envelope shut. Okay, so that's that, easy peasy. This is the thing I wanted to show you. This is made by a company called Aleene's. They make all kinds of glues. Most popular, I would say, is Aleene's Tacky Glue, which is a white glue. This is called Tack It Over and Over. And what it does is it's a repositional adhesive. So what that means is you can stick it, you can move whatever it is, and then stick it back. Now, I believe if you close it while the glue is wet, it will glue it shut. But what you want to do, I'm trying to read this in French. Why am I trying to read this in French? Thin coat. Okay, so what happens is you just put a little bit on here. Let me show you on the little envelope how it works. You close it, and well, I didn't bone folder that one. But you close it, and it stays stuck. But then you can pop it open real easy. Okay, and you close it and it stays shut. Okay, only when you've bone folded them flat. See, these have not been done flat at all, so they're too poofy. Okay. And I may not have put enough on each one. So I just started using this and I'm not really sure exactly how much to use. Yeah, see, that one's popping open, so I'll have to do these again, but it does work. I just don't think I used enough because they're popping open, but I can feel it. You can hear it. Oops, you can hear that it's sticky, so I just need to put more on there. More, always more. So apparently we are going to learned the lesson that we need to bone folder our envelopes very well so they are very flat. And the reason, obviously, that you want to open your envelope again is to get whatever inside out. But it's nice to have it shut. Now, see, that one's working. Stay shut. And you pop it open, you get out whatever you want to get out. I stenciled all these. This one, I have no idea what happened. I used the same stencil and the same everything. So, unfortunately, that one's got a dark spot. It's got a dark side. And then you can write whatever you want in here. I'll show you with this one too. Oops, that was loud. One of the disadvantages of working on glass, and one of the disadvantages of working on camera without any kind of a set of notes or anything, which is A, things go all kinds of wrong. And B, I get off track and then I forget what I was saying. And I forget to finish sentences, which I think you guys have probably noticed by now, and I apologize. I'll start to say something and then I'll just move right on to something else. Whoa, that was quite a bit. It might be that I wasn't putting it on thick enough, but you let it dry. And then you can come back and open and close whatever it is. So we're going to set the envelopes aside. At least these two. Wait for that to dry. See, spreading it out with my finger, I may have removed too much of the glue. Okay, we're going to take these two. We're going to set them far, far away. Okay. Now my fingers are repositional. Because you know I'm so funny. Okay, so now in this big stack of ephemera, there are things that I have stenciled, which these are not two of them, of course. They're in here somewhere. There's a bunch of tags that I stenciled. So what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of sort these by size real quick. These are going to go on a page. They're not going to no wonder the dog was going crazy. There's a fly in here. This is a pocket that it's just a rectangle. This is a pocket that we cut out from our stencil. If you remember, we had the stencils, and I laid this stencil on top of the bird cage so that the picture remained in the middle when I cut it out of the scrap. Then I used the bone folder on it and scored it like you do an envelope to fold these little parts under, and you'll see why we do that in just a minute. Okay, so these two are pockets. Oh, this is an envelope that's what? Oh, this one too. So we had three. Okay. And we've got this little stuff, just this little loose stuff. This is a little bit bigger. These are, we'll call fussy cuts. Well, most of them are. Okay, these bigger tags, ta-da, and the writing cards are the ones that I've stenciled. This is a tag that opens, if you remember. Okay, so these are writing cards. So anyway, you're gonna have quite a few piles. These go inside the envelopes. This goes inside one of the envelopes. All right, now we're down to pockets. Oh, and while we were gone, I'm going to put you on pause for just a second. Okay, sorry about that. That would be called the alarm on the phone. So anyway, while we were gone, I inked every single one of these. Yes, I did. that's why it was a couple days before I started recording this again. You know, I did actually get a little bit tired of looking at this stuff. These are gonna, this is gonna go flat. This is a little specialty tag. Okay, so now we got some little bitty stuff. And I'll tell you why I left these tags like this in just a minute. You know, this might actually end up being a 3-part series instead of a 2-part, because we have quite a bit of ephemera, and we're going to be doing different things with different parts of it. I believe this goes in a card as well. I think this one, this one, this one. This is a tag. We'll call that a specialty tag. And here's the rest of the ones that I, you know, the ones I thought I had inked. All of these that I had inked. These writing cards. And the envelopes. Now this one, and these go in the 3 blue envelopes, and this must go in one of the pink envelopes. There must be a, oh, it must be these two. Do they match the picture on the pink envelopes? Interesting. Anyway, postcard. So we'll put the postcards with the writing cards. We've got our tickets, which I have also inked these without cutting out the little semicircles. All right, so we've got these. Now these are going to go in the envelopes, so let's put them with the envelopes. Put the envelopes all together. Now we're going to put one blue one, one pink one of the mediums in each one. One blue one, one pink one of the large, and one blue one, one pink one of the small. Possibly. We may not use the medium-sized ones because, you know, there's only so many envelopes that you need. And here's our funny tag. Okay, and that's our tickets, which we're probably going to fold in half and glue. Or we don't have to glue it. We could fold it in half and make it into a writing tag. Let's do that. Let's do that. That sounds like more fun. Okay. So we'll fold that in half like that. And then it will become a small writing tag versus 2 tickets. Okay, so now we've got all these pockets. These large pockets right here are for these large envelopes. And I'm guessing that 2, well, yeah, let's just say that we can make pockets like this out of the ones that hold the envelopes. So we've got those big pockets. They're going to go in the back, the big and the mediums. Okay, so it isn't as bad as it looks. These pockets are going to hold these tickets. If you kind of sort them that way, then it's easier, because then we're going to go one for this book, one for that one, so on and so forth. And I think I want to put this little bird with that. And then these can be used, these 2 can be used to make a stacked pocket like that. And we'll use this to hold something. Okay, so now we're going to get out our signatures. And what I do is I'm looking through and I want to find the big spots that I could put a pocket. So you know, with a larger writing card. Now, the reason I kept, and I guess I was going to put some ephemera on here. I did ink it. Anyway, the reason I left these the way they are is we're going to make belly bands out of them. So let's paper clip this one here. And then we're going to go back through and we will attach. Now, I know this may seem counterintuitive, but otherwise you could run into empty pages and no ephemera left and everything is glued. Now, this is a writing page. We could put pockets on here. Okay, now on our back pages, we know for sure, our very back page, we already know for sure that we're going to glue the big envelopes with a, let's take one of these and we'll switch, oh, birds of a feather, we'll put the bird on it. And we'll use this right here, like that. And we'll make one of these envelopes. And we can put all these little things inside of it. All these little tickets and things. So, this is cutting down our ephemera fairly quickly. We've got 2 more pockets to hold 2 more tags. These are ornamental, so we'll put those in last. And I don't know why I'm sitting them on there, because we may have to cut pockets. So we'll put them over here. Alright, so on the back, we already know we're going to put our big pockets and our big envelopes. So, I'm thinking that we might want to put a pink envelope, or a pink pocket to hold the blue envelope, and a blue envelope to hold, and the blue pocket to hold the pink envelope. So let's do that. These we know for sure. Let's get these put down. Let's get something accomplished. Once you see, though, how to decide what to do and how to make a couple of the things I'm going to show you, then you'll be able to do the rest on your own. I have confidence in you. I believe in you. Is that a song? I think it is. For goodness sake. How hard is it to glue a pocket on straight? I mean, seriously. Just glue it on 3 sides. Those are still wet. Oh, this is a blue envelope. Where's our large blue card? Or maybe we should put our large pink card in our large blue envelope. Let's do that. Our tacky is holding it shut. Let's put it in this way so we can see the decoration on there. Don't push it down too far. You don't want to accidentally glue it in there while this glue is still wet. I've done it. I can tell you that it happens very easily. And then let's put, now we can use the writing cards, one writing card and one postcard in the front. We have enough pockets. Now, there's one matches this one that's the same as this pocket. So I don't really want to put a pocket that's made out of this next to the thing. So let's get this signature out and let's put the pocket in on this side. Now I know some people, and once we get through with the things we know for sure that we're going to do, we probably will. I just take this out like that, and I'm laying it on top of my tray and apparently my coffee. Okay, we're going to put the blue one on here. Oh, that looks nice. Okay, this has schmutz on it, leftover sticky from my Brother Scan and Cut mat. Uh-oh. Don't want to glue our pocket shut. Okay. You want to keep everything fairly even all the way across, and this is still a little bit too wet. Let's go ahead and stick the card inside, and we just won't close it. Okay, wonder if we can, nope. Then with these two little ones that are drying, let's stick the cards in there. And the reason we're doing this is because it helps cut down on our pile of ephemera, and we can see exactly what it is that we've got, which is an envelope that, there we go. Hopefully fighting with that didn't get any of the glue on the paper. Okay. But as we all know, it's repositional glue, so it probably wouldn't matter. You'd be able to take the tag out and put it back in. Okay. And so these little bitty ones can be stuck in pockets. I definitely need to put more sticky on there because I know it works. I've used it on other things. Okay, so now this can be used in one, and then we'll use this in another. So let's go back. And if we find out where we're going to position them in one, then we'll have the others left over and we can put them where we want in the other one. Okay, so we've got this, and I'm thinking I might want to put this one on here. And this is going to be a belly band, and we're going to use it to hold on one of the writing cards or a postcard or something. We have these as well, kind of like that. And there's nothing that says you can't print out a second page of the ephemera that this one is on, or the page that this one is on, so that you can have one for each signature. Plus, I figure if we do one signature, you'll be able to do the other. Wow, this is weird. I really don't ever put glue in the middle. I think if you put enough around the edges that it's going to stay. Sorry about the top of my head. It won't kill you. It is just the top of my head. Yes, I need to color my hair. Now you know my hair is really white, so my youthful hands have now not assisted in giving me away anymore. Now you know I'm an old broad. No, I'm not. But going white does tend to make one a little bit older. Now we could put a small pocket here, but let's see how our pocket situation is going. So we've got that. Remember, this is mostly a writing journal, so we don't really need that much in the way of pockets and such. Now I used this as a belly band in this side. No, I didn't. So I'll have to decide where I'm going to use it. I think right here in the front on this one is going to be where we use it. May have to make another one for the other side. The reason I left this white is we're going to get out these gems. And I got these from Lisa's Paper, Lace, and Bling. She was nice enough to send me this package. And I will put a link below. Now I rolled up this lace and I put all the stuff in the little bags. Here's some really cool buttons and charms. These are the really cool flowers. And I know I have those little flat back pearl thingies in here somewhere. I know they're in here. We're going to put one in the center of each one of these. There they are. I knew they were in here. And Lisa was kind enough to give me a coupon so that if you buy $15 or more from her shop, which is Paper, Lace, and Bling, that's what she sells, then you get 15% off if you use the code 15Terry. So I just thought I'd throw that in there, and that's good through December 31st of 2021, in case you're watching this in 2022 or 2023 or later. Okay, so we're going to take our little wax tipped pencil . Let's see, is it going to be easier to put them on after? No. And this, oh, we're putting this one in this one for a belly band, so definitely putting this one in this one. On here. I'm wondering, I think I'm going to glue this on first. So we're going to put it in the center, and then in the center. So let's take this out. We have lines to help us. Which, how can the lines be crooked? I guess that means I could have folded it crooked. Okay, let's see. It looks fairly straight. Okay, now we're going to have to hold and start a new video. Okay, we're back. It was just a 1 second thing. I just had to stop the video and start another one. My old computer does not want to transfer videos larger than a certain amount of gigabytes. So we have to pause and start a new video, and I label them part 1 and part 2, which we all know this is part 1 and part 2. And so this is part 2 of part 2. And then we're going to take and we're going to put a little drop of glue in the middle of each one. We're going to put a little gem on it. So we've got 3. Wow, that one's really bright. Do we want to use that color? Or do we want to use this color? Oh, what I was going to say is you would think that it would be better to have long nails when you're doing this, but it's actually not. That's what this is for. Silly. The wax on the end of this grabs the little gems. So I'm wondering, don't know how many silver ones I have. I kind of like the silver ones. I think these are 2 more. Oh, that's all right. That would be okay for 1 different in the middle. And then, let's see what we got here. And then we've got another, okay, we've got 2 of these. Let's see if we've got, oh, we do. We've got 1 more. So let's take the rounded one off, and we'll put these on. I don't know, that's going to make it kind of hard to close the book, isn't it? We better, those are awful big too. So let's look for 3 of these small ones. Move these. Oh, I've got iridescent ones in there. And 3. Okay, let's stick these back in here. Oh, these are kind of pretty, aren't they? And they're even smaller. This one's bigger. I don't think I have 3 of these little bitty ones that are the same size. There's 1 more. It's a light pink. I should have picked these out ahead of time. I'm going to go with the smaller size if I have to go with a pearl colored one and a white one and a pearl colored one, then so be it. Dogs upstairs have decided to start howling. For goodness sakes. Okay, thank you, Lisa, for that nice, lovely distraction. I guess I better leave these out or I will forget to go back. And in fact, I don't know what the color of the third one will be. So if I stick them on there now, after all that rigmarole, then I don't know which one will be, should be the one in the center. Okay, so we've got our belly band glued on. We can just take this large card and stick it in there. We can just put this back like that. And I think we started with this one, so we're going to have more done in this one already. Yes, we did. Oh, but then we came and put a pocket in each one. Okay. Get me some Go Juice here. Sorry about that. I did not mean to slurp, even though I did slurp. Let's see. 1, 2. This one we could put a tag in the front because we have a writing card. Yeah, this goes here. See, I should have turned this sideways where this goes. Goes in the other. That's why. This goes on top of here. And this one goes in here. So let's put this pocket here. Oh, this is the one that cut shorter. We've got that. Okay. I think you guys are getting the idea on how to do this, though. You just go back and forth and back and forth. Now, we used this the flat one on this one, I believe, farther back. Yes, we did. So we're going to put this one in here. Let's put a paper clip on the outside. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Paper clip on the outside. Things we know for sure we're going to use. This is the odd man out, so when we get an odd man out thing like a pocket in this, then we can. Okay, so let's check our pocket situation here. We've got these, so I could put this in this, and then on the blue feather one just put it by itself. So it's gonna go over here. Maybe we'll put that little blue feather one over here, and we'll put this pink one with the tag over here. These we just stick in pockets wherever we can find them because they're small. The same with these little envelopes. And we're going to probably have to make some pockets using some of the templates from our other kits. And so we just go back and forth. Let's see. We don't want to put it all in the front. Make sure you look in the middle. See what places you have. Look, there's a gem stuck on the back of there. I have to put that back in the bag. Put the bead back in the bag. Okay. That's our center. Okay. I think, oh, we can put this here. Do we want another whole pocket though? Another whole big pocket? We do have quite a few tags left. If we decide we want to make this, we can. Okay, I'm going to say that this one goes in this signature, and I'll make a template out of it in case I need to come back and add more of these pockets to either or both. And so we'll glue this on here. And the rest of this is ephemera that we stick in the pockets. So the main thing that you want to know and that you want to do is to go back and forth between the two signatures. And then we know that we're going to need one of these writing cards and one postcard in each side. So we're going to paper clip this to the other one. Then we got this, and we're going to put these in this pocket. And we've got tickets in this one already. Correct? Yes. So we know these tickets will go in this one, even though we're using them for something different. Okay, let's get this glued down. I'm not going to keep going all the way down to the nth degree, because once you learn how to sort them apart and how to decide where to put your pockets and where to put your belly bands, and to remember to leave one pocket of each kind out to make templates in case you need another one somewhere. You never know. Okay, now this one looks like it's going to impede the closing, which it is. I don't know how these pages ended up so short. We probably, let's keep this out, and what we'll do is we'll trim the short end. And we'll re-glue it. We'll re-ink it. So that's what you do when you run into trouble, is you fix your trouble. Now we won't be able to make the other one fit in the other signature probably. So we'll have to do the same in that one. Just keep that in mind that you may have to. So now I'm re-gluing it because the glue dried. this on here. Well, kind of proud of myself of that one, if I do say so myself. It's okay that it doesn't go all the way to the crease. In fact, it's better that it doesn't. And there's a little bit of glue on here that you can see. So you take your glue eraser, and it's all bumpy looking and it feels weird. It's rubber. And you just erase the glue once it's dry, and it comes right off. And you'd never know that you had any glue on there at all. Okay, so we're going to put these in here carefully. So see, we're filling it up. Okay. Now, we have this square pocket, rectangular pocket. Could put it here. Not sure I like it there. I'm thinking maybe I'll take a book page. I will. I'll take a book page and make a pocket out of that. Maybe use this as a template. So you can put it in the corner like that. And then have a pocket for something. Now you see I'm running out of ephemera. We're going to have to print another page, believe it or not. Even though we're splitting it between the two, we've only got one of these pockets. But we're going to use it as a template. That's right, I forgot. We've only got one of these left. So basically, we've got these two little envelopes that will fit in a pocket. We'll layer them with two of these writing cards. So we'll put this bird cage with this one, and we'll put this bird cage with this one. And we'll put that in a pocket when we get it put in. We just need to find places to put our pockets, and let's see. I'll make another one like this, only out of different paper. Oh, here we go. Put this one here on the outside. And just make another rectangle for the other side. Because you don't want to have one side with a whole bunch of ephemera in it and one signature, I meant to say signature, and one signature with no ephemera and pockets in it. Okay? So all this ephemera, it's gotten down to two fairly small piles. Oh, we do have pockets. So let's put, oh, we were going to put these like this. Don't I have another pocket this size that I stuck over here when I didn't realize? No, so I'm going to cut out another page of ephemera with these pockets on it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, here it is. That's what we'll do. Okay, so we'll put this, actually we'll put this together, and we'll put it in the paper clip for the other signature. Now I just want you to see how much we have set aside. So that means that's how much we've put in here. It just doesn't seem like it because it's spread out. We have one of these are going to be our templates to make more pockets. So it's okay if we, let's see, where's our other, oh, it's drying. little bitty. Okay, so what we're going to do, those don't fit in there. Oh, they fit in here. That's right. So I've got one for that pocket. Now let's see. So we're going to have 2 cards, so we know we're going to need one for each one. You know, it would be kind of fun, actually, would to be put this little card inside the big card. Huh. Look at that. So now when we put the big card in, or the big envelope in, then we've got our other littler envelope on the inside. Somehow that got put in backwards. Okay. And we've got this individual, we've got these little bitty ones for when we put this stacked pocket in. Let's see, where do we want to put that? Now if I had put that up towards the top, I would have had room for these small pockets on the bottom. But you can see this is filling up already, and you are really thinking to yourself that you had a lot more spaces than you actually do. Because see, there's a pretty page. I love this page. Now we could we've got this blue feather in this little pocket with the little envelope. So let's put this and will this fit in here? No. We have to take into account for when it's glued. That's too short of a pocket. So we can put these 2 in this pocket. We can put it right here and still write on the page. Now remember, we can make pockets out of anything, any extra paper. Large ephemera can be made into a pocket. And it's okay that we're putting a pocket and ephemera on a writing page. All you have to do is take the templates out. It's time. Okay, so we're going to go back and forth like this. And as you can see, we're down to hardly any ephemera at all. We've got these 2 that we're going to use as templates. And so maybe even a couple of these little ones so that we've got ones to use back and forth, and we want one for each way. So that's going to be that for another time. This one goes in one of these templates, so we're gonna paper clip it to the front of this book, as you can see, and we haven't even put the pearls on it yet. This is getting to be a little fat. So that's going to go in there. These little tickets and these are going to fill out these pockets here. So let's just set these to the side. So until, that's not very much little bitty ephemera, you just stick that here, there, and everywhere in your pockets. And this little one I thought went inside our other bigger pocket, but we already did that. So if we have this one here, that means we have a little one in there. So that one's going to go in here in a pocket. And so that just leaves us with this, and we'll split this evenly. Bird cage and a bird cage. And let's do this one and this one. And then we'll put this one in here. And we've got an extra tag, so let's just, oh no we don't, we've got this big fancy one, and we got this. I want to put this over here in this one, and we'll put this one over here. I know you can't see what over here is, but I'm going to show you in just a minute. You're going to be very surprised. Okay, and this over here, and then these little tickets and tags we'll just fill in anywhere, either one. So I'm going to stick them there. So that's not that much left there, so, and you know how to do it. We can't put them in until we make the templates for these. We'll cut them out of paper like this, and then when we get done making our pockets for the for these and for the ones on here. Now this is how much ephemera we put in already. So we've accomplished a lot, and once you get the hang of it, going back and forth making a couple of templates, which I'm pretty sure we made a template in the first one, the first video, then you're going to be done. So that's it for this video. You'll be all done and have all your ephemera in your two signatures all ready to sew into your cover. Alrighty, and there's lots of tutorials that show you how to sew signatures into your covers, and I may make one that's a standalone sewing one, and I may not. It just depends. Just check back at the Sweet Pea Papers channel, which you're watching now on YouTube, and look and see. I've already got over 150 tutorials. I'm sure there's a book in there that covers how to sew your signature in, and so you can just check those out. So I will see you next time, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Bye-bye.